Now, the Traxxas Slash is probably one of the most recognizable names in RC. It's probably what you've gotten as for your birthday gift when you're a little kid, or maybe that's the first beginner you bought as an adult. But either way, it's one of the most recognizable, has the greatest, or if not one of the greatest, aftermarket support, parts availability, yada yada yada. Now we're gonna go over some crucial upgrades. So upgrade number one would be some aluminum shock caps. Now I have the GTR shocks installed now, but back in the day, when I got this, it was a base model brushed XL5 slash. It came with some Ultra Shocks, which are the stock ones you see as pictured above. The problem with those is that the shock caps were very small and thin, and they were plastic threaded. The body was plastic along with the shock caps. And if you cause an impact large enough, like for example, if you drive into a wall, roll over, land from a jump at a weird angle, it will back out from the body and the oil will just spill everywhere. A solution for this would be to get the aluminum shock caps. And what that does is, the threads are stronger, so it will result in the chances of the cap backing off from the body a lot lower. I would show you guys what I did on my Ultra Shocks, but I think I threw them out a couple years ago because the shaft's bent and I just wanted to get rid of that and get GTR shocks anyways. Also, if you are wondering why I went the GTR shock route, it's because one, the adjustability is a lot better than just playing with like little clips. And obviously you can tell the bore is a lot bigger, so it contains more fluid, which in turn helps with rebounding. They're more durable, like infinitely durable compared to the Ultra Shocks. I've yet to bend anything or break anything. And also I think just the customization is a lot better. Like for example, in the summer, if I'm jumping a lot, I'll have like 40 to 60 weight here, and I think 35 to 45 weight here. And it just does wonders for me. Next upgrade, I would say, especially if you're on a two-wheel drive slash, would be to get some tires. In my case, I got the Proline Trenchers. They're, I believe, 2.2 inches. These are probably one of the best tires you can get for the slash. It's good for grass, dirt, gravel. I don't even know what else. You could literally drive this anywhere except snow and sand. And these are the original set. They've never let me down. And like I said, especially if you're running a brushless setup, or if you're still unbrushed, it still hooks like it's nothing. Now I will say this, I have had the original tires. Like I have an extra set right here in case I wanted to like drive it on the street or something, but that will only last you so long, especially if you get like a lipo battery or if you go the brushless route, because from then on you're just going to be spinning out and there's no way you can hold on. Another upgrade you should get is a lipo battery. This is a 3S battery, and this also 5,000 milliamp hour, so it should last you around 30 minutes, I would say, if you're smart with it. And the benefits of this over a stock nickel metal hydride battery is that with a nickel metal hydride battery, it starts off with 100% charge at 100% punch or power, right? And as the battery goes lower and lower and it gets drained, because you're driving the truck, your power as well goes down. And when you're just about to die, it's literally just creeping at like 1 or 2 miles per hour, compared to a lipo battery where it keeps 100% of the punch up until it dies. In that case, a sensor on the ESC for when you go into lipo mode detects low voltage and it'll cut it off to protect the battery. Now, lipo batteries do require more maintenance in a way. It isn't horrible, but if you're not like an idiot, you'll be fine. I will drop a video on explaining lipo batteries and how to maintain them in the future, so stay tuned for that. Also, with the lipo battery, you are going to need some sort of battery charger like this Passport one, which got discontinued, so I just use it for my crawler. Or this Gen Zace charger, because all my lipo batteries are Gen Zace pretty much, and I just love the company. My last two upgrades will be these aluminum caster blocks and some upgraded RPM A-arms for either the front or the back. Now, I went with the front ones first because these have gotten the most damage, obviously, since it's going head first into whatever you were driving this thing into. And I recommend getting the stronger plastic ones over aluminum, because for aluminum, all like the energy from the impact gets transferred and it'll end up breaking something else. Also, worst case, you bend the aluminum, you're breaking like 5 other things. Versus plastic, you can easily, it flexes, right? I mean, this isn't really flexing. This is just my GTR shock being kind of loose because it's not really made for this truck. But yeah, so all the energy goes through here, it goes through somewhere else, and it's very, very strong, right? Now for the rears, I'm probably going to get a set just to match, just to match the front. But so far, I mean, it's been like almost 8-9 years and it's been fine. Now with the aluminum caster block, I honestly got this out of a want. It wasn't really a necessity, but it is very strong because if you land or impact something at a very weird angle, this can crack along with the steering block, which thankfully nothing has happened to me. But I just got this just as a precautionary measure, and I think it does upgrade the look of the truck a lot. Another upgrade, if you go like racing or you just don't like the fact that it rolls over a lot, would be to go the low center of gravity chassis. And the benefit with that is basically the design of the chassis. It's like this instead of, like this. So all the electronics and all the weight is a lot lower, which lowers your center of gravity. And if you know anything about physics, when you're taking hard turns, the chance of rolling over is a lot lower if you have a lower center of gravity. And basically it makes the truck more agile. But an issue I did notice is that your ground clearance isn't the best. And that's why I've hesitated, honestly. And I think because of that, I've also destroyed multiple bodies in the process from rolling over, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we got into the main upgrades. We're going to talk about some honorable mentions. So number 1, I strongly recommend if you have a brush system or even a Valenian system, get a Hobbywing brushless system. These are 10 times more reliable. These will literally never burn up on you. I've had this since 2020, and I've just been going crazy with it every time, and it's been going great. This is the Max 10 ESC, and this is the 4000 kV motor. Very strong, very reliable. Can handle, I think, 3 or 4S. I keep it on 3S just to be safe. With this, going brushless, it gets you more speed, power, torque. Basically, it was better all around. But when I was on brushed, I was going from like 20 to 25 miles per hour versus when I first got my brushless system. I was on the stock gearing on 2S. I think I was going in like the mid to high 30s, if I'm not mistaken. And then once I got to 3S, literally I threw on the high-speed gear, same day, on the street, I hit like 60 miles per hour, right? Now I did gear down since it's more of an off-road truck and I don't want to overheat or blow anything up. So I geared down, and now I'm like in the 40s, but I do plan to change my pinion gear just to get some more speed out of it. Also, since we're on the topic of batteries, please get out of the Traxxas connectors. They suck. I literally jumped them and they come unplugged by themselves. Or one time, actually it happened twice. I was just bashing it like crazy and the connector ripped. But that was honestly my fault. I think I suck at soldering, but either way, I strongly recommend you get a different brand connector.